Hello, everyone, and welcome. I wish you all a very good day. And we're back now for PSGL, another league race. This time around, not PSGL. This time around, Spain, Catalonia, which we didn't prepare for at all. There has to be a disclaimer here. It has to be okay. We didn't prepare for it all. We did a bit of time trial. I think 3 or 4 days before that, and that wasn't even an hour. So yeah, we came into this without practice. No online, no GP mode, nothing. Actually, a good friend of ours, CG Matthijs, gave us the setup 5 minutes before the race. So thank you very much, Matthijs, and go give him a follow or something on Twitter because he's a legend. So let's see, maybe if we did get through to P3. So let's see how good the lap is. We did cut both of the inside curb here. Maybe we could have gone a bit tighter here, but I'm definitely not the biggest expert at the moment at this qualifying. As I said, I'm not that prepared, so I don't know. I actually don't know what's quick or not. This is pretty much my first practice session, and you can call it excuses. It's fine, but it's true. So I think we just do a clean lap right now. It isn't really bad. We're not doing big mistakes. What I do know is this should be flat, and it wasn't completely. So maybe we're lacking a bit of bravery here. But other than that, I think it was pretty decent. This definitely could have been tighter. Definitely could have been earlier on the throttle, which we didn't do. Definitely could have been tighter here as well, and just could have been more aggressive on throttle and just maximize more the traction that we had. And then we had a few tries on the steering wheel, and a really bad last chicane, which I think probably cost us at least a 10.
What?
Yeah, you see on my reaction. I was really
pole. Oh my god.
I was really surprised that we got pole, at least provisional pole, because I don't think that would have been fair. Yeah, and we see here Barry did pip us by 2 tenths at the end. I think that was all in the last sector, but still, he definitely rightfully so beat us. And we were really lucky that the rest didn't beat us, because I think they're all bottled. So Philip P3, P4 Timon, Josh P5, Lucas UK P6, Donoso P7. I think Dylan Warren P8, I think SHZ Andy was P9. I can't remember who P10 was, but anyhow, we are P2, which is a modern day miracle, really.
Take your shirt off if you win.
Cheeky question there by JKB, a really good driver on Xbox, the platform that we came from as well. I think he's racing against Limitless in TSRL or something. No, definitely TSRL, probably maybe a bit more, a few more leagues, but a league that we are champion of, by the way, so worth noting, definitely. He told us to take our shirt off if we win, but for that we have to win first. So let's see how our start is. Good first part, bad second part, but no one really got a better start except for Barry. Literally the same thing as last race. But now we have a bit of an issue because we have no idea, and I mean no clue, how the tires or how the car is going to behave, what the balance is. Yeah, as we just say, we're not used to the script at all. We didn't do anything. We didn't do practice for this. We just don't know how the car is going to behave. So we have to, get used to it as quick as possible and maybe not drop out of DRS of Barry, because I know he has prepared. And I know he's going to be quick right from the get-go. So we just can't afford to do any mistakes to get any one-up period, as we just missed the apex and just had a bad exit. And as well, just in general, a lack of confidence.
A lot of overtake to keep with Barry.
As we say, we need a lot of overtake to keep with Barry, which, yeah, it's true. We are going to need a lot of overtake. Right now we have 60 or 70% right now. But it's definitely going to be drained in order to try to sort of cling on to DRS at its first stages of the race, because I'm pretty sure that the longer the race as we completely missed this, the longer the race, we lost 2 tenths in this last corner alone. The longer the race goes, I'm pretty sure we can close the gap in terms of pace to Barry, but it's going to take some time to get used to everything. So right now I'm thinking, try to, just like last time, maybe cut the period of acclimatization to as little as possible in order to, yeah, as we drift a bit around that corner, in order to just stay in DRS, because I can't mention it often enough. It's gonna be crucial. The DRS is gonna be crucial for obvious reasons. I think you all drive on this game, and you know how, as we completely miss the apex. So it's
Oh shit, I'm definitely gonna drop out.
as we say that and actually drop out. Um, so yeah, you all know how important DRS is for to keep with drivers who are faster. And that's definitely the case at the moment. Barry's definitely a lot faster than us as we pick up our first penalty by just pushing too much. So right now we can't keep up with him. I'm not even gonna lie to you, we can't keep up with him. But I do know
Oh,
it's
that's really not
definitely
good.
also due to just being not used
Okay,
to
I
anything.
boosted back.
As we say, we can just boost it back. I think we had less wings than Barry because we always lost a lot of time in sector 3. We did gain a lot of time in on the main straight, and I know he's using a lot of DRS as well, ERS as well, just to keep within those, to keep us out of DRS. So yeah, at the moment it's it's kind of painful to watch because I know we're really pushing, and I know we're really, you can see that we're really testing out the traction limits, we're really testing out the balance, and yeah, we want to extract the maximum from the car, but we are just physically unable right now. So the gap is still over at second. It's 1.07, and here again, just yeah, I can just see it's not on the limit, and you can trust me when I say on this level you need to be on the limit of the car, and we aren't. So we lost another nearly a tenth. So we're now 1.1
Shit.
behind him, as we're not happy with this. And looking back at this, I'm also not happy. But still, that's fine. We are still in the contention at least. We're not, too far. As now we yeah, I saw the bad line, which led to oversteer. Um, Lost 2 tenths there, so it's definitely not looking good for the home team at the moment whatsoever. We are dropping back like a stone, and yeah, it's 1.3 now, so missed the apex. It's painful. Anyway, we cut on, I think, nearly 10 laps later, 8 or 9 laps later, to lap 12. I think the gap stayed sort of the same at 1.4, but we did feel a bit of tire wear and tire drop off because we did do a few laps on, I think 2 laps on the medium. So we did do one more, I think, than Barry. So right now we do feel a bit of tire wear and bit of lack of stability. The plan is definitely to go into the pits now, just to maybe have the chance, like the slightest chance of an undercut, and maybe get into the DRS again, which is probably ambitious because the hard tires isn't really the most, the best tire to have an undercut on, simply because the nature of the tire, it doesn't really get hot that quick, and it's just kind of it's more of a stable, as we just lose so much time to Barry here. And then now this moment is actually crucial because we drove around this curb, around this cone, gained us, I'd say, less than a 10. I had no idea that was enforced, but it was. That actually wasn't legal to drive around that, and I had no clue. I did read the chat, but it was somewhere else. Apparently they changed it for this race or something. I don't know, because Barry didn't get a penalty in Austria. So I wasn't sure. I didn't know it was enforced at all because leagues just usually don't enforce that. At least leagues are raced in. So yeah, I didn't know I drove around it. If I knew, I would have just used the normal line, and I would have done absolutely zero changes to my race overall. But yeah. Anyway, we'll get to this later. Right now, the focus is on catching Barry, or at least doing a really good outlap in order to get in order to get his DRS back. Not even back. to even get him to do his DRS, because we weren't even in his DRS in the first place. So we want to find his DRS, obviously, in order to fight for the win. So we're pushing, but we already missed a few apexes in this corner and in this lap. So I knew at this stage, I'm just not unlikely that, even though we do go purple in the middle, it's just unlikely that we are going to manage it, because I think we at least lost 3 tenths in terms of what the perfect lap would be in this middle sector alone. So, and also this like just way too much curb, and I could go into detail, but that just wasn't really driven well. So I wasn't expecting to be in a DRS. I was hoping to at least be close. Let's see where it comes up.
We miss it.
Yeah, we do miss it a bit. Yeah, it's 1.6. We will gain back some time just by apex speed. So yeah, it's 1.2. It's 1.2 at the moment, which is too much. He's on fresher tires now, which, to be honest, aren't really big of an issue or like a factor. It's at most half a tenth a lap, because the hards are quite durable. So yeah, we do flash forward like four laps, because the gap roughly stayed the same, I think, until he caught up to Ruben now. So he did catch up to Ruben, who is still who still has his pit stop in front of him. So he hasn't pitted yet. He's still on the hard tire. He waits to go onto the medium, so he's going long. At this stage, he's slow. He's a really quick driver, but right now he's just not that quick. So which means Barry is just he just can't get through at the moment.
Oh yes.
As we say, oh yes, because we get DRS for the first time.
Yeah.
So
no
yeah,
energy either. I think. Crazy.
Yeah. You see there, Barry has actually he has some troubles getting past him. At this stage I was wondering, because he should have been past him by now, but apparently he's just lacking straight line speed, or Ruben just has a lot of it. So one of these two things, like either Ruben has a lot of straight line speed or Barry is lacking. I think Barry is lacking, because I already saw that he was always losing time to me on the main straight. So we sort of see our opportunity here. If we can dispatch Ruben quicker than Barry can, then we definitely have a chance to win this race, because Barry isn't that quick on a straight line. And I think, yeah, so we do have a chance at least. He is really quick, but the chance is there. So let's see what we can do. At this stage, I'm not really worried about getting doing it sort of a double overtake. I knew that was unrealistic, so I was just trying to stay as close as possible. Now Barry is like, I don't know, less than 2 tenths behind him, so I thought it's gonna be an easy overtake. But Ruben's straight line speed is just insane. I don't know what rings he's running, but you see Barry has with DRS and overtake, he has a lot of trouble like getting past him. He actually pushed him off track, so I was kind of surprised, but now it's crucial. We sort of need to find a way past. We thought about getting down the inside, but thought better of it. We didn't want to do anything silly and maybe lose our front wing or something, because that would be, obviously would be race ending. So we're kind of stuck, just like my stepsister the other day. But unlike then, we don't really know what to do with this situation. We could go for a move maybe in the infield here, but it would definitely carry a lot of risk. So we think better of it again and just wait for the main straight and hope that Ruben doesn't make it too difficult on us. Coming onto the main straight, obviously, because it's just not really his race right now. He has his screen time, but it's just not his race. He's fighting someone else. So let's see. Yeah, definitely Ruben isn't using overtake. So thank you, Ruben. Like, going past you now, I'm appreciating that you just don't make it too hard on me. We gain a lot of time to Barry on with DRS. So just further proves that he's just lacking straight line speed a bit, but is a lot quicker than us in the infield. So it's nearly a tenth right now. the gap to him. It is 8 tenths, so it is crucial right now that we can't. And I mean, we can't let go of DRS because catching back up is just an uphill battle. So let's see how the gap develops. Rather than a half tenth, it does go down now, so that's good. We do get a good push of DRS right there. It's gonna, you know, yeah, we are within 7/10, so that's good start. Yeah, don't think it's gonna happen too much right now because I know we are gonna gain a lot of time on the main straight and probably even close up to him on A10 without even using that much overtake simply because we're out of it. We have no energy left. And you can see just how much time we gain. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So he's at least running 2 clicks more on the wings, I think. So, yeah. Right now, I'm really just. If I'm worried about anything, I'm just worried about obviously keeping within DRS, but also keeping within the track limits because we still have Preshneda to worry about. He's only 3.8 seconds behind us. And Preshneda obviously is a really fast driver. Josh Ido behind him and Louis behind him. So we can't.
No.
Yeah. We can't afford a penalty, but we did get one. Which is just stupid from us, but we did get one. So with Preshneda, I think 2.6 seconds now, or 3.6 seconds now behind us. Which made us a bit nervous. That's only now it's 8 tenths, so 8 tenths between pretty much P2 and P3. Because I didn't really think that they'd get any penalties, just because they're really good. Anyway. So yeah, I was really planning on overtaking Barry because I think he's gonna be fine in terms of pace. He's not gonna go slow. So I was hoping he was going to go faster than Preshneda and just, drag us out of the danger zone pretty much. It's already at 4 seconds, so it looks like he's quick, which is good. It's good news for us. We need a quick Barry at the moment just to get us in the safe zone. We're not really racing him right now because obviously he doesn't have any penalties and he's in front. So as we get another warning, so we really need to calm down a bit and collect our thoughts and drive a bit cleaner. So we're not really racing Barry at this stage anymore because he doesn't have a penalty obviously and he's in front. So we're racing Preshneda and we're racing Josh, we're racing Louis. So yeah, there's not really much to add here. We just need to stick with him and hope that he drags us along. It's 3.7 now. I think the gap will go back up to over 4 seconds probably.
He has no straight line speed.
Yeah, as we said, he has no straight line speed. Barry, yeah, it's just something I was picking up on. But this is gonna be interesting. He does some weird behaviors, which I thought he shouldn't have gone defensive, but he did. So
Barry?
Yeah, I was asking Barry. I just wasn't sure. It said AI, so there was definitely some sort of issue. Like some sort of technical issue he had. So we go down the inside, actually make up the place and leave the race because of his technical issues. So I'm not really sure what happened there. So yeah, not right now. I mean, really luckily, we have an antenna on our head, which prevents every sort of technical issues. So we have 5G running right through our scalp into our PC, which just ensures us that any technical difficulties wouldn't be an issue. Maybe long-term health and safety would be a concern, but hey, we're not the NHS here. We're here to race. So right now we're over a second in front of Barry, which is actually pretty ugly. This isn't the way I want to win a race, whatsoever. I mean, I was I was actually quite pissed, and I don't wanna say that like I don't wanna be boost myself or like act like I'm fairer than I am, but that's really not the way I want to win a race.
Poor
Um,
guy.
yeah, I say poor guy. I think he's back now at 1.4 seconds. So luckily he only lost like 2 seconds, I think, which is
Okay.
honestly lucky. Um, so the gap stayed like that for a few laps, but now Ruben came out of the pits and just completely
Oh
blocked
my
us on the
god.
apex. I think some sort of AI car. I mean AI took over his car, which cost us
Fuck
like
was that?
3 tenths nearly to Barry. I mean, which I guess it's fair because he got right back into his in our dear not yet, but I think now. Yeah, now, which I guess is fair. His equipment failed, and now Ruben sort of you know leveled the fairness a bit because yeah. Anyway, Barry's back in our DRS, which is it's kind of tough to shake Barry out of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Uh, Barry is not a driver that you can just shake off for your DRS by just pure pace. But I think we were quite quick. We did extend the gap to 5.4 seconds to Josh Idu and be behind. So that was quite significant. I think that's like more than 1.5 seconds we extended by in the last 10 laps. So I think we did have to pace a bit over the drivers behind, and I think the pace was quite similar to Barry at this stage. But I was aware that he would be going on a he would be trying to overtake on this second to last lap, coming into the last lap, just because obviously as a driver you want to win on track. So I would have even let him through or pass if he
Too
was a bit
far back.
closer, but I just didn't want to lose any time to Perschneider and Josh behind because they didn't have a penalty and I had. And you just never know what happens. Maybe I pick up another one and it's gonna be over. So I would have let Barry probably would have let him win on track if he was closer, but I just had to maximize or minimize my time loss, so I didn't let him pass there. Um, yeah, luckily for us, we're now over 6 seconds behind, in front of Barry, in front of Josh, in front of Philip Preshnada, which is absolutely crucial because I think they're battling as far as I know. So yeah, we that's probably the last overtaking spot Barry had. So right now we're safe. We pretty much won the race on track. But again, I'm not even gonna act like I really won it because obviously Barry had issues. So yeah, we do go on to win the race on track. I think it was a lot of fun. GG to Barry. Obviously he deserved winner. I did pick up a penalty. And GG to everyone else as well. It was a lot of fun this race. But unfortunately we did get awarded an extra 5 seconds. So we did finish P2, but we did get awarded an extra 5 seconds for just driving 20 centimeters next to the pit bollard, which we didn't even know was enforced. As I said, it usually isn't in any league I raced in, so I had no clue. If I knew, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. If I knew it, I just
GG's.
wouldn't have done it, and it just wouldn't have changed my race at all. But the stewards or whoever decided that I needed five
Yeah,
seconds
that
on
penalty is
on
unfortunate.
top,
But it's
and
fine.
I was I'm 100%
Let me check.
convinced that five
You
seconds
might
is
get
too
a pen
much.
for cutting pit entry. Really? Why? Since
I'm
when
still
is that
100%
enforced?
convinced that
Is that enforced?
5 seconds is too much. I was trying to talk to
The setup was good,
the
wasn't it?
owner of
Yeah, actually, it
PSGL
wasn't
and
too
maybe
bad.
find a solution,
I got used
because
to it towards
I
the end.
think 2 seconds roughly would have been fair. But he didn't want to at least come into my direction and have a discussion,
Yeah.
so I decided to leave. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think 5 seconds is completely ridiculous for this circumstance on this track. You don't really endanger anyone. You don't really
What happened to Josh there?
disturb anyone. So yeah, I didn't know about it. I think 5 seconds is too much. If he would have lowered it by even 1 second, I would have stayed in the league.
Why?
But he
I
didn't.
mean,
So
this I wouldn't know why.
this was our last race. We will
Usually
we
never
will, we will
is.
move on to Orel. in the future. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, everyone, and we'll see you soon. I wish you all a very good day.